Hello, welcome to month 6 of my dread journey. As you can see, this side of my hair is looking a bit wacky. Looks cooler. Um, they are really starting to mature. That one looks cool. It's really fat just there. Really tiny. Yeah, I've got others which have got mental crazy bits at the end. Oh, that bit. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy. And yeah, this side. Don't know whether you can see on the camera, but there's about one, two, three. There's about 8 or 9 dreads that have started congoing, and I'm gonna have a fucking massive congo on this side of my head, just there. It's gonna look sweet as fuck. Sweet as. Sweet as. The loop that I showed you the last time is still there, but it's progressed a little bit. It's doing alright. Um, oh yes, and the I think I mentioned this last time. The problem I had with baking soda getting stuck in my dreads. It turns out it wasn't baking soda. It was dead skin cells from when I had them back combed in. Essentially, the roots of the hair, as they've been ripped out the scalp through the back combing process, have basically lodged themselves in the middle of one of my dreads, and it's made it a bit sticky. But no, it seems to have all washed out now. Just by using the jet spray on my shower, which is cool because yeah, that just pummeled it, made sure the water penetrated all the way through and basically washed it out. So that's not a problem anymore. Um, that's about it on the size of my dreads. I did have someone come up to me. I went to a gig a few weeks ago, um, and I had a guy who I've known for quite a while come up to me. He says, "Oh, you've got dreads now. Oh, what wax do you use?" And I was like, "I don't use wax, mate." And he's like, "Oh no, you've got to use wax. If you don't use wax, they don't work." They do. Trust me, they do. Mine are working just fine. And there's the back of my head as well. I don't know whether you can see much of it, but yeah, there's loads of loops coming off the body, and causing a little bit of like a hook of hair coming out of the root of the dreads. It looks really funky, and the front ones, I'm starting to realise how dreads make themselves at the roots now, because it's been coming out like that and then it's just been curling itself round, and I've noticed it's done it on that little bit, and it's just curling itself round into a dread, which is cool. I didn't I noticed that happening this week, and I was like, oh, that's cool, because a lot of my roots are really thin straight lines. They're not in squares anymore, and it's a bit messy at the roots. But yeah, it seems like they're just looping themselves round and twisting themselves as it's growing. So it's growing like that. I don't know whether that's an accurate depiction, but uh, looks a bit like a new kung fu move that I may use. I probably won't. Um, this one on this side, just all the time, just sticks out. Whenever I'm walking down the street and I see my shadow on the ground, with the street lights above, I always see this one just sticking out, and it's like, oh yeah, that looks a bit strange, but no, it's this one's really weird though because it's another one that's really fat and then just disappears into nothing. And there's all of that back there, all of that, which is just nothing is happening, nothing at all. Um, but yeah, the loose hairs seem to have gone down. I'm not getting as much frizz off them. Oh, I am actually. That's quite frizzy. But it's halfway through the first year, so I'm expecting that's going to be the case for another, well, probably for another year. Actually, I would have estimated because there are quite a few loose hairs. I think it's going to take them quite a while to to get back into the flow of things. Yeah, this one, my first one, I call him Kevin. And Kevin's looking healthy. Kevin is looking very healthy. Um, I don't know why I called him Kevin. It was just my first dread. I called him Kevin, and there's another one of the big knots formed. I guarantee you that did that did it on its own over a few nights. I'd noticed it curling around, and then all of a sudden, I woke up one morning and it had finally worked itself into that knot. And since that knot's formed, there's little tiny little loops there forming, which is cool. So, uh, on the whole, really good few months. I don't know when was the last time I updated. Uh, I don't know. But yeah, since the last update, there's been a lot of progress, a lot of Congo. I've let a couple in the back Congo because it's literally I've got two joints. Ooh. I've just had one, so no, no, it was one joint. But two dreads there, and then two dreads there, and they've just sort of gone like that. But they're getting a little bit close, so those four may become one massive one. And again with the hand movements, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, that looks a bit dodgy. Um, yeah, on a whole, very good. Um, I can really start feeling them dread at the roots. It's quite interesting what's going on. It's changing on a daily basis, which is quality because it means no 2 days have I got the same hairstyle. One day it's really messy, and another day it looks really good. I washed them yesterday, and just after I'd washed them, they were dripping with water, and they had droplets of water on them that had not quite sunk in, and what have you. And I was just like, yeah, they look awesome. And doing this now, they don't look as awesome as they did yesterday, but they still look awesome. It's probably because of these front ones. I don't know, because the front ones are. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Yeah, I'll just wear these front ones down. But yeah, because I work with computers all the time and I'm constantly looking at a computer screen, um, I just have to tuck them back. So, um, oh yeah, that's the other thing. I've stopped wearing the headband. Um, I don't know whether I showed you the headband, but my headband is basically oh, yeah, my headband, basically one of them. Ooh. Um, and it looks all right. Um, aesthetically, it's quite good, but it just itches all the time. Whenever I put it on, I'm just like, "Argh." and then when I take it off, I'm fine. I stop itching. So I've decided to just stop wearing it. It's not worth the hassle. Plus, with the ones underneath it, not the front ones, but more the back ones, the ones underneath it, are just getting flattened by it. That one's pretty good. That one's gone quite thin at the root, and then a bit thick. And this one's got leaf forming at the end there. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking because I might be boring you. I don't know how long I've been on, so I should really stop before it gets to the point where it's too long to put online. So yeah, I will see you in month 7. Peace out.